today. I got a late start. I got a late start. I could not sleep last night because the perimenopausal sucks. So I tried to sleep in as much as I could. Now I'm on this damn death machine trying to get a little workout in before the day continues. How's everybody's morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are in this world? Remember, tapping is clapping on TikTok. Essay, he's always in the doghouse. Dan is always in the doghouse. You know, you always have to know that he can always do better, right? All you men can do better. A slow, lazy morning, yes. He woke me up at about 11:45 last night, and then I was up till about 2, and then 2:30 I had to get up for the dogs, listen for Grandpa, went back to bed, the dogs again, and then I think I finally fell asleep about 4-ish, and then Grandpa was up about 7, and I said, I don't care, the gate's up, so fuck. And then finally about 8, I don't think he went to bed, I think he was diddy-dallying, so whatever. I slept a little bit more. What's up, bro? I'm not allowed to sleep. Perimenopause has got me all out of sorts. So imagine, Dak, I bet you would treat me like the woman that I am. Maybe y'all could, tell my husband that. He ain't gonna change, y'all. I got what I got, and if you're happy, you gotta, he is, he is what he is. Have you not seen his father? Let me tell you, he was not a romantic soul either. I should have known better. I should have known what I was getting into. But he was different back then. He teased me. He made me believe he was going to be my Prince Charming. Hi, Brian. Woohoo! I want some pancakes. I want some pancakes. I want somebody to cook for me. Brian, we were talking about you the other day. People like you are a blessing. Hi, Chantel. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to all my friends. I was a lazy girl this morning, but it is fine. So I got up at 12 finally, tossing and turning. Dan was getting irritated because I went on my phone, and I said, well, might as well work, right? So I left the bed, came out into the kitchen, cleaned up the kitchen, swept, folded laundry, got my videos all prepared for just an easy upload today. Y'all, I need to do this more often. I need to have my videos ready to go. It makes the morning so much easier. Fuck, instead of an hour, it took me like 15 minutes. Your girl needs to get more organized. Tired, Chantel. Perimenopause just sucks my big butthole. So I was up. Hi, dog lover. I was up and down and up and down. I need to get a fucking doggy door in my room. This gate screws everything up. It's like, you fix one solution, but then it creates another. Ay, ay, ay. Anyhow, remember, tapping is clapping on the TikTok. Keep tap, 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 tap. You guys on the YouTube, you know what. Oh, look at Jessica. This fine Saturday morning, Jessica leaves me a nice note that says, finally losing weight, Granny. Oh, what a nice thing for a woman to say to another woman. Number one, I'm not a granny. I'm an auntie. Yep. And by the way, if I was a granny, I would be fucking happy, right? Number two, I would also be considered a hot fucking granny. So Jessica, show me your face. Let's do some comparisons. Yeah. Jessica. Oh, Jessica. You're just losing the weight of others' opinions. Yeah, not giving a shit. Hey, Guax. I'm not losing weight, number one. So, I really wish Jessica knew better. This granny, no, not a granny yet. This auntie is, yes, not only is she getting older like everybody else on this planet, fucking Jessica, but she's also in a new way. She is in the perimenopausal stage of life where everything just sticks on our guts, our ass, and our thighs. There you have it. Why do you have so many impersonator accounts? Because my people want to be like me. Yes. They want to be like me. They want to be like Dan. Hi, Unky. How are you? So I can't help what other idiots do with their time. But obviously, they think we're important enough to make them some money or something like that. I don't know. Grandpa is currently sleeping in the chair, right? He ate breakfast. Now, this guy was up. Like, I think he's just up. He doesn't sleep well, you guys. He's got a little virus, you know. But he falls asleep. He's in his chair where he eats breakfast. So that's what he's doing. Hey, Casey. Thank you, 561. Because they don't have to face us. That's right. You know, there's not very many people who would come face to face with me and say those ugly things because they're insecure. Not only that, one look at them would make me probably realize not only are they miserable themselves inside, but they ain't as cute as me. I mean, hello. Anywho, I'm 50. I don't give a shit. I'm old. I'm getting thick. And, well, that's just the bane of my existence. So, the little spectacles of feces that the trolls are floating around on the floor of life just proves how right I am by them coming in and, well, writing their bullshit. You know what I mean? So, I'm 50. My face is sagging. My face is dropping with everything else on my body. So, it is what it is. I'm not in denial. Because you cannot deny the clocking of time. Tick, tick. Tick, tick. Hi, Nona. Yes. And, Jordan, if you see, you know, people take an ounce of time, all the trolls, you know, and listen to Ed speak every time he's on. What does he say? He praises me, right? He doesn't praise his own kids. He praises me. Last night he said, for all you people in the back, he said, Danielle takes good care of me. That's right. He says that. Must be because I'm so mean to him. My tone is goddamn fuck. I mean, see, that proves to you that some of you who see and think my tone is bad, you think Ed gives two shits. Nope. Doesn't care. So just because it works for us and it's not way for us, right? Don't judge. Judgment's ugly. Oh, Liggy, let me tell you. I don't know how you do this platform with such mean words. Because if you're doing this, right? If you're doing this journey, you need to learn how to handle the bullshit, right? It's ugly, right? It's ugly. But the trolls have taught me so much in the last 2 years. Some of which, right? You gotta be tough, girl, right? There's a lot of ugly in this world. I wish I had a platform years ago, because I wouldn't have been such a weak woman. So today, like I say, everybody always says, you know, she gets so angry. Nope. I like to play with the idiots out there, right? So they're a blip on the radar. Now my husband, right, can penetrate my armor. My kids, my close friends, but not strangers. They don't know any different. And what I realize is that, and what we all know, those of you who show up every day, that the idiots who come on and bully, harass, say mean things are just sad souls. But I like to enlighten, and I like to prove points. Oh, Angel, right? Soccer is great. I didn't go to Wesley's this morning because I thought I was gonna have a roofer come up today. But he has a game tomorrow. No game, and he was kind of sick. So I don't know if he's gonna play much. So Rocky's like, Danielle, just take your day. So tomorrow, me and Jennifer are gonna go get pedicures and manicures before the game. Then we're gonna go watch his game tomorrow. So it's kind of nice, you know. But yes, Brian, you are right. If you have enemies, you have bullies, you have haters, you are doing something right. I somehow get into people's heads. You know, they allow me with a welcome mat to come into their brains and live rent free. To me, that's fun, right, Brian? Because as you say, what am I doing right? I must be doing something right. If I elicit the complaints and the chastising from others, what are they so mean and mad about? Me, something. You know, I'm mean. I'm this, I'm that. Psh, psh, psh. Now, I was a little grumpster this morning, right? And I'm just angry. I'm angry. No sleep. I'm pissy, right? I haven't had coffee. And I'm one of those women who likes quiet for the first, 20 minutes of the morning. I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to be looked at. I don't want to feel your breath on my face. Just look down and avoid me, right? Avoid me. So Dan looked at me. I looked at him and I gave him a look. And then I walked off, right? It's the warning. Not yet. Don't you dare ask how my vagina's doing. I was trying to talk with my eyes because I didn't want to communicate yet. I walked away, and you know what he mumbled? Well, let me tell you. He said this. Well, that's great. I wonder what kind of mood I'm gonna have to deal with today. Now, women, ain't those some fighting words? I wanted to turn around so quickly, like Reagan of The Exorcist. My head was spinning. I was ready to go back into that kitchen and say, you know what, you motherfucker? It's because of you. It's because of you that my mood's affected. That's what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm talking about. He can change my mood by saying something snarky. Now, he did that to poke, right? Had I have gone back in there and cussed his fucking ass out, he would have said, you know what? He would have said, oh, yep, that's what I thought. And then it would have become my problem, right? Well, I knew it. I knew it. It took every fucking thing for me not to walk back in that kitchen and give him what for. But I didn't. I took the high road this morning. But it's still here. It's still marinating. It is still lingering. So I proceed to go on with my day, you know, feeding the cats, making the bed. He comes out. Where's Grandpa's shoes? They're in the room. No, they're not. They're in the room, Dan. I don't think so. All right. They're in the room. They're on the chest. Guess what? Guess where they were? In the room. In the room. So I did let that one slip out. I'm sorry for what? Weren't the shoes in the room? Now, we will go back. And then, of course, he said, well, yes, but you hid them under the pillows. No, you just didn't fucking look, right? So, yeah. But we will revisit this snarky comment later. I just let that one slip out just to know. Now that gets to me, right? Because he's my husband and he should be better. But the trolls, nope. I just, sarcastic. I like to toss them up in the air and try to point out their issues. Enlightenment at the finest. So, anywho, that's an example of what pisses me off versus what doesn't. So for all you people who tell, right? For all you people who say, let the trolls get to you. Bruh, trust me, they don't. My biggest troll, my number one troll, is the biggest offender, and that's my husband. Yeah, Nicholas, spilling your private relationship all over YouTube is blah. But Nicholas, you are here, waiting for it, honey. Oh, Nicholas, I bet your mama's proud of your bullying ways. I bet she would approve of you being mean to a woman. Nicholas, come on. Nicholas, I know your mama would slap you upside the head if that were the case. Anywho. So, that's not angry. That wasn't angry, right? That response wasn't angry. It didn't penetrate my armor. Dan? Ooh. I see rage. I see fire. I see smoke. Yep. Just divorce him or go get a hot lover. Why does everybody just go straight to divorce, right? Just because I'm pissed off with the stupid things in a marriage. Well, just divorce him. And Buck, I got no time for the lover I already got, let alone a hotter one. Fuck. So that's not how things work, right? Just go get you a hot lover and forget about it. That just complicates everything. Because then you are a failure, right? You fail the oath of marriage. I shall not covet outside of the marital bond unless thy husband or thy wife is coveting amongst me, right? You can't just get a hot lover. But women my age are in perimenopause. We ain't looking to get down and dirty. We ain't looking to get it stuck in us. We are avoiding it at all costs. Now there's a couple crazy souls that like to get in, but this one is avoiding it at all costs. I don't want to be poked. I don't want to be prod. I don't want to be touched. And I don't want to be looked at. I find love. I took the time to learn love. And that's, Brian, I think that's what people forget, right? We are so responsible for everything that we are, right? If we, I wanted to give Dan a spanking this morning, Buck, but it wouldn't have been a pleasurable one, that's for sure. But it all starts with us, right? If we ain't happy in our marriage, why aren't we happy, right? Is it us? How's Sally? Oh, you gotta have glass, you gotta have extras. Put them in the wash. When they stand up by themselves, honey, that's time. That's time to wash. Yeah. And it could hurt. You can get scratches and shit. You don't want to, you gotta love yourself first. Absolutely. Now, if you don't like yourself, you ain't gonna have success in anything if you ain't happy with yourself. I always tell you guys, once I learned to love myself and accept me for who I am, tone and all, I realized that I was the problem. It was me. It wasn't anybody else, right? Not a lot of people get to that point in their life where they can take accountability for themselves, right? You are responsible for making yourself happy. Your partner, your friends, your family, they can't do it if you're not happy with yourself. And that means acceptance. That means being proud of yourself. It means celebrating the little monumental successes you give to yourself, right? It means appreciating yourself for who you are, what you believe in, your faith, some of you, your ethics, your values, right? Standing strong and owning it and not hiding behind a facade. So many people who are miserable, so many people who are bullies on the internet are hiding the real truth, their real truth. And that's why they lash out at others, because it's too hard to deal with the truth of yourself. It's easier to project onto others. So you gotta want it first, yep. And you know, Brian, I learned this way too late in life, right? I learned this once I started social media, because it's a hellish world out here. And I was too busy in my life being the mom, being the wife, being the soccer mom, doing everything, and I didn't have time for myself, right? And I could never figure out why I was struggling so much, why I felt weak, right? Why I felt defeated all the time. It's because I didn't respect myself. I didn't respect myself. I didn't love myself. I didn't allow myself to celebrate the small victories that I accomplished, even while staying home and being that mom. I was weak. I let everybody walk all over me because I was always taught to take the high road. Well, what the fuck is the high road? To not set your own boundaries? To allow people to treat you whichever way they want to? What? And I did that for way too long. Now that I have my voice, people get mad, right? People get mad at me for having a voice. People. I'm not entitled to have an opinion? Fuck. You know, I had a little argument with a friend the other day, right? And it was stupid, right? I got triggered, she was triggered. And it exploded. We both walked away, huffing and puffing, right? But that was, and guess what? Some people just walk away from it, right? Some people just walk away from it. They think, forget them, right? Forget it. True friends never walk away from an argument, right? You get over yourself. Sometimes things get heated. It gets personal. You come back and you figure it out. We figured it out. It is what it is. You know what I mean? The people who walk away and are afraid to come back, what does that tell you? Maybe that they're hurt, right? Maybe that they're stubborn, right? But a true friend will always come back. A true friend will always say, you know what? You don't even need words. I don't think me and my friend even need words. We both got triggered for our own ways, you know, and I was right in what I was saying and she was right in what she was saying. And there is an element of right in both situations, right? But it happens. It happens. True friendship. True family, when you can have arguments and let things go, knowing that you have a love and a respect for one another, and in times we're both fucking irritated, we've got other underlying issues, and it allows us to attack. Patricia said that's because all around you are ill. I think, you know, Dan is also trying to push me to go talk to somebody who walked away from an argument. Somebody who's walked away. Oh, Patricia. I was like, I'm ill? Girl. Sometimes. Sometimes. You know, and the people who don't come back after an argument, the people who stay away, you know, it hurts, but at the same time, I roll my eyes. I'm like, really? I thought we were better than that. Are we not allowed to yell at each other? Are we not allowed to agree to disagree? Are we not allowed to see the both sides of everything? Dan's like, you gotta reach out. You gotta reach out. Well, I'm fucking stubborn. And I'm pissed that that person's being a baby. I don't do well with that. A friendship or a topic. And it was stupid, right? I know that me and this person have argued about the parenting style many times, but we both just got heated. And then we had to walk away. Just what we do. Of course, we're all different in our parenting. Who's to say what way is the right way and what way is the wrong way? I was just trying to protect her in a way, right? Because I wanted her to see, you know, my side, but it wasn't going to be seen at that point because sometimes she's stubborn, I'm stubborn. It wasn't going anywhere at that point. But it happens, right? It happens. It doesn't mean I don't love her any less. It just means I was irritated, and so was she. And I can accept that. I know we needed that point to walk away and to take a breather. But what about those people who walk away to take a breather and it's been a month and they haven't been back? To me, that tells me a different story. It tells me a different story. And I'm stubborn, right? The more time that goes on, it pisses me off even more. And then have my husband in on it. Well, you need to talk to this person. Well, what the hell is this person not talking to me for? Right? No. No. I fail every day of my existence, Brian. Every day I fail me, right? I'm not worried about failing my husband. I'm not worried about, you know, failing Grandpa, because I'm still loyal. I'm still caring. I'm still empathetic, but I fail me, right? I fail me every day. by setting goals, setting boundaries, and failing at those. How do you deal with a family member that can only call you when they want something from you, but you love them and want to respect them? Well, Jamie, I'm gonna tell you, you either accept it and know that's the way it works, or you set your boundaries. Yeah. Here's the thing. We all get ourselves in those situations. We all have friends that take, right? Take. And when we need them, it seems like they push us away. So you either need to just accept that because you love them and you don't want to turn them away, and know that every time that phone rings, you have a choice. You can pick it up and help them, or you can choose to say, not today, right? It's all about boundaries. It's all about our choices, plain and simple, you know? We are responsible for our own selves. That's it. And this family member may not even know or recognize, hi Stormy, right? May not even know or recognize the selfishness on their part. So sometimes there is that element of cluelessness, right? To be truthful, you don't have one friend. Yes, you do. It's your one-eyed monster, Roland. Come on. Hi, Martha. I'm missing a lot of things. So I apologize. But I hate toxic anymore, you know? And I just want to be around the people who want to be around me, who love me, even if I trigger them, who accept me, even if I piss them off, who can pull up their pants, not get offended, and come back and continue our crazy, right? I can't handle people who aren't ballsy enough, right, to come back and they stay away until I reach out. I don't do well with that. It has to be two sides. Yeah, I pissed him off. He pissed me off. We had words, but do you stay away because we had words? Every true friendship, every true family fights. But why is it always my responsibility? And I've told myself, right? Dan and I disagree on this shit all the time. I told myself, I ain't charging after people. I ain't running after people. If they want to be in my life, right? It's up to them after a fight. That rhymes. Doesn't mean I don't love you if I have words with you. It just means I'm unhappy, I'm triggered, and I'm pissed. True friends are far and few between. Real friends don't ghost over words. And I feel, Tracy, a sense of betrayal with that one, right? A sense of betrayal. Now, that person may feel the same thing because of the words I used, right? But true friends don't have to second guess that fucking shit. But why? Why is the expectation that I have to go and repair? I'm tired of having to be the one to repair. If you want to be repair, which I didn't think there was a problem, I was just irritated because sometimes people don't hear me. Sometimes people don't listen to me. Sometimes people overstep, and that's okay. We all do. But to be ghosted after an argument is the wrong way to handle. And it's sad that they have taken that road. But I ain't chasing. I am 50. You know where I am. I'm fine. We didn't see eye to eye, and that's okay. Right? But I am not chasing anybody. If I offend you, if I piss you off, and you don't come back, I ain't chasing. That's a boundary that I have set up for myself because of years of chasing. Candace, if I offend you, I know you ain't leaving me. I know we can laugh, we can giggle, you come back. I don't have to chase you because you just should have a certain level of respect for one another. I move forward too, Cindy, because I feel like there was this level of betrayal. Yeah. I'm sweating. Brian, I really am. And that's just, and Dan and I don't agree on that. Dan has spoken to this person, and I don't know what this person is waiting for. Cha-Cha said she can't run, so no need for her to be chased. Good bitch, because I ain't chasing. If you leave over an argument, well, so be it. I enjoyed you while you were here. That's what I'm saying, Rev, right? Terry, life is so short. And I've done this bullshit my whole life. And some of the things that I did in my younger years, it's a trigger for me. It's also another trigger, which made me feel weak, right? Was to chase and be the one to always repair. No, not doing that anymore, right? I'm not doing it anymore because that is part of my growth. If I mean that much to you, there wouldn't have been any ghosting. Sorry, there wouldn't have been any ghosting. People lie to themselves all the time, right? I said the wrong thing to a friend whose father was sick, apologized for months. She wouldn't talk to me about it. Finally, I said, fuck it. I wouldn't have even tried for months. I wouldn't have even tried for months. I would have said, you know what? I'm sorry. I fucked up. I was triggered. Whatever, you know? And sometimes you don't even need to say, but if you were in the wrong, an apology is necessary, right? And I think sometimes we're both in the wrong, but nobody wants to take accountability for themselves. And maybe I'm being too stubborn, but you know what? I'm triggered because those are past issues that I have. And it was always me running and making amends. No, my life is way too complicated. If you choose to stay out of it, that's on you, it's not on me. You know where I am. So, anywho, that's the way I feel. And I can't change. Hello, thank you. Have a good day. I can't change the way I feel, but this is from so much hurt, disappointment, right, in my life. And now, people come and go in my life in this arena, right? They come and go. We have the times, we have great times. This person was close, right? But at the same time, I'm not chasing. I'm not chasing. He should know me better than that. He should know me better than that. Anyhow. And that's always true, Joni. This person could be hurt too, but you don't stay away. You come back and you come face to face with it. Come on. Why should I make that additional effort, right? If he's feeling the same way, then that's on him, right? But I finally got a long length mirror. I'm so excited. All y'all, when I'm doing my clothing things, y'all are always like, you need a line. I got one. Right, he should be the one. Why does it have to be me? Dan was pushing me this morning. You need to apologize. Apologize? For what? For my feelings? Why am I apologizing for my feelings? Why am I apologizing for my true feelings and I still stand by what I said? You know? No. Sorry, I love you, but your silence is showing me the truth. No, and I still today would say it, and Dan and I fight over it. Well, no. Adults come back to one another. Adults have words, right? There was nothing said that I wouldn't say again. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It doesn't mean I don't respect you. It means that I have true emotions that sometimes people don't listen to, and they think they have me in their best interest, right? But in actuality, they are hurting the situation more. I am 50. I know people care for me. I know people look out for me, but I do not need people protecting me. I don't need that. I truly am capable of taking care of myself. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being that one, Brenda. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And if I do it, it makes me feel like a failure because I'm skirting around my boundaries. Oh, the coast in San Diego is beautiful. It is beautiful. Mary's in one of the most beautiful places in the world, you know? So, anywho, you guys have to just figure it out for yourselves. And then it costs losing somebody. You have to remember that, you know, they came in your lives for a reason. You enjoyed them while you can, and you can't change what happens in the end, but it's up to each person to fix it if they want. Thanks, Chrissy. Today is my dad's 60th birthday in heaven. I haven't spoke to my mom or sister in 2 years and just could, see, and that's what's sad to me, Christy, is that, you know, especially when family comes into play, right? Family is, you know, blood. And, you know, family doesn't always have to be blood. There's a lot of people who are in my lives today that aren't blood related, and I rely on them. Like, I love them, and that's why we get so triggered with one another in this group, right? Is that, you know, you've let them into your heart, you've let them into your soul, you've let them into your home, right? So people take things personal, right? Yes, sometimes it gets personal because of that. But you have to, in your situation, you have to set boundaries. Like, my friendships with my people we're not punching bags. Well, some of us are. I mean, we use Richard as a punching bag all the time, but it's fun, you know, it's not mean. Sometimes it can be, but most of the time it's not. But, you know, when we fight, some of us have fought with hate and venom, and those people are no longer allowed in the group, right? Because there was true hate. But some of the other arguments that we have are just passionate arguments about our experiences and how we feel and how we try to protect each other in a way. It doesn't mean you leave. Maybe take a couple days, let the air cool, but it doesn't mean you leave. It doesn't mean you leave. Now, when you are constantly ridiculed, attacked for behaviors that, you know, maybe aren't feasible and you don't understand by family, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. And then I'm glad that unfortunately you had to make your boundary and set it with your parents, with your mom, with your sister. Those are people who should be by your fucking side. You should be with them today, celebrating your dad. And instead, because of their behavior, which most likely stems from hurt emotions, right, is why you are in the place you are today. Sad. Sad. Bye, Janet. Love you. We didn't get to choose our siblings or our parents. That's for sure. Or our husbands. Shit, we did choose that one, didn't we? Fuck. By a punching bag. The person also left everyone else. Yeah. Also left everybody else. And there's a couple people who've done that, you know? And it's just sad. It's sad. You know, I've invested, and this is why I have a boundary now. People are like, well, I want to get in your Zoomy group. No. We have enough issues in our own room to create more bigger groups of fucking stress. They're like family, right? They are family. But I can't. My life is too complicated, and I've told you guys before, it's up to you if you want to chase, but I can't do it anymore. Hi, Mr. Tom. Love you. I love all your messages every time you give me. My best friend was diagnosed with MS. I helped her for years. I became ill later in life, and she dumped me. Well, and that's your boundary, Terry, right? And that's your boundary. And now that she, that's up to you. Is she apologizing, or is she just skirting over the issue? It took me my whole life to make those boundaries of abuse, but I finally did it with the help of my therapist. I do miss them, but not the abuse, and that's okay. And it's sad, right? It's sad. God, I wouldn't, I could not imagine my kids. I couldn't imagine holding a grudge against my kids and not wanting to talk to them. They piss me off, right? And sometimes I don't want to talk to them because I'm irritated with them, but I could never imagine cutting them out. And I could never imagine them cutting me out, right? Now, every kid is different, their personalities are different, so I try my best to respect them, and I think I'm doing the right thing to respect, and then they're mad because I'm not doing the things that I thought that I was being respectful for. And then they get mad at that. So fuck, you can't win in life. But I do the best I can. It might be different. She passed 42 years ago. She won't acknowledge. See, that's the issue, Terry. Maybe if she said, you know what, I am so sorry. I suck. Thank you for helping me. And now I'm here to help you. It might be different. When I've had enough of them, yeah. 3, and it's a living hell. I know, Shauna. I couldn't imagine. And there's many of you every day, and we talk about these situations that tell me that their kids have cut them out. And there's nothing, unfortunately, we can do, right? I mean, I would die. It would almost be like a death, Love you, Sam. Have a good day. Oh, did you get your hair cut? How is it? Did you go short? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What? So I couldn't imagine. I mean, one of my daughters gets pissed off at me a lot. And although she may not admit it, but I always make mistakes. She always gets irritated. She hates the social media thing, and so I think that comes between her relationship with me sometimes. But, fuck that. Fuck that. So I'm supposed to be, and she lives 20 minutes away. Oh, it's grieving. Yeah, Shauna. And being so close, I would want to move because I couldn't handle being that close. I do, short, look like my mom, but feel, bye. It's to one another, and it kills me. Yes, and then you have the other aspect of your daughters or your kids not speaking to each other. It rips families apart, and there's nothing we can do. I've seen it firsthand with some of my family. It rips you apart, and I just keep saying, God, life is too short. I lost my fucking mom. I lost my dad in their 50s. I was in the 30s. Life is too fucking short to hold fucking grudges against your fucking family. I can't, I just can't. And here's the thing, forgiveness is important. We all make mistakes. That's what I'm saying. This is the consensus of the bottom line shit of today's topics, right? We all make mistakes. We all have emotions. We are emotional humans. We react emotionally, passionately about things that we truly believe in. Us parents fuck up our kids. Not intentionally. Sometimes it is intentional or not intentional, but they didn't know. They couldn't break the cycle. And Leah, I agree. Some parents don't deserve forgiveness. Some of the things that you guys have gone through is just blasphemy. And I don't know, I don't know if I would have forgiven, but I would have forgiven for myself. Because when you hold on to those grudges against your parents, whether they abused you, SA'd you, whatever the shit that they did to you, when you hold those grudges and that anger, what does it do to you? You have to forgive for yourself. Doesn't mean you have to forgive them. But the only way to stay healthy mentally with that situation in your relationship with your parents is to forgive yourself, right? Forgive them for yourself. Whether or not you extend it out to them is another story, because it will kill you. It makes you angry, and you live, right, with that anger, and it only hurts you. Fuck them. fuck them for not being the way they should be or should have been. Now, my issues, right? Like, I've never hurt my kids, right? I've never abused them. I've never neglected them. I never did just stupid shit as young, stupid, thought I knew better. And now looking back, I'm like, yeah, I could see how that could fuck you up, you know, type of a thing when we joke about it. But I am me. You had a roof over your head. You never were abused. Everything was safe. I tried to do the best I could given the circumstances I had at the time. If you want to blame me for your issues that I can't control, only you can monitor those issues in your head, then I can't change that. Know that I love you. Know that I'll always be here. And if you don't ever come back, know that I have always loved you. Right? And then deal with that fucking pain. I don't know how you guys do it. But we fuck them up no matter if we have provided a good household. Either way, they all come out with their own issues and their own ways, their own narratives. And just because, hi Sandy, they're narratives. I can't change your own narrative, but stop being angry. And I see the anger, you know, and it just pains me because it's like, it's so not worth it. And one day she will realize, and it could be too late. Like me, you know? But it is what it is. I can't change it. You have to just throw up your hands, try to do the best you can and say, you know what? I love you, I'm here. Whatever I did, I apologize, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I let you down, but I can't go back in the past. I can't go back to fix the things that I wish I could. I can't fix and change our storyline. It is what it is. It happened. Now, move forward. You know, it's painful. It's painful. But that's all the insight I got. Just from my own experiences and my own processes and how I've dealt with it. Life sucks. Everything is complicated sometimes. You just got to do the best you can. Yeah. Well, and that's what I think, Jamie, too. I'm like, you know, I look at Dan, you know, and I'm like, yeah, he's flawed, so am I. You know, but look at the positive things that he does. Instead of focusing on the negative, appreciate the things that he can do and that he's there for and that he believes in. Because that's all you have. You know what I mean? Like, stop focusing on what he didn't do and how he should have done, and focus on the things that he did provide. God. It infuriates me. Now that shit weighs on me, you know? So it's hard. And my kid hasn't talked to me since my dad died. The last time I talked to her, she asked why he left. Yeah, I don't know. You know, Sadie, and it's crazy. Maybe you know why she doesn't talk to you. I don't know. Some moms are like, I have no idea why. I really struggle with that. Like, do you really not know? You know, have you reflected? Because I can pinpoint things, and when I look back at the things that maybe they could have been mad at, you know. It's hard. I'm not saying forgiveness is easy. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to focus on letting go. And, you know, do I, you know, I use my example. My mom has her man crickets. It's so sad, Shauna. But, you know, unfortunately, she's going to have to live with that, you know. I look at my experience with Ed, right? And that's the only, like, really strong case of forgiveness that really was hard to work through. And there's still moments, right, that I'm frustrated in my own, and it's me, right? It's not Ed at this point in life, but I get frustrated sometimes with the situation, right? I get frustrated that I'm exhausted. I can't sleep. He keeps me up, you know? And sometimes I'm like, ugh, You know, you still get just the emotional, aspect of it, from all the years that he pissed me off. And sometimes I get up with him and I'm like, go to fucking bed, man. Why am I doing this? you know, that's normal. I know there's a lot of you out there who don't think that's normal, but it's normal. By Guax. And I've had to let that go. It still doesn't mean he doesn't trigger me. Still doesn't mean he doesn't trigger me. But I had to let go of, I had to forgive him in order to learn to take care of him. Forgiving him and letting it go was the hardest thing I have ever successfully done in my life. Right? I had to do it because it was really important for my husband, for me to, right, help take care of his dad. And I did it for my husband. And ultimately, in turn, right, that relationship has slowly repaired between Ed and I. I have let go of so much anger with him that it has helped us, that's helped me caregive for him, right? Oh, Mary, love you, girl. And in the end, I will be at peace, finally, with some passing, right? I haven't been at peace with my dad's passing because I was still too emotional about the hurt that I had from him, that I fucked up, didn't forgive until it was too late, right? And I was kind of forced into this situation with Ed, in a way, if that makes sense. And so I had to work hard at my peace with him. And that's fucking hard, you guys. There are no problems, only solutions. Focus on solutions, not problems. It's not that we don't have problems, but magnification of solutions. Yeah. And that's amazing. We can't change the things we've done. Focus on repairing them and fixing them for your future, because that's the only way. You can't go back in time. And if we could, I'm sure many of us would go back and fix the things that we did or experienced and change. But Ed still triggers me, you guys. Ed triggers me. And you know what, Brenda? Part of me is like, shame on them. Shame on them. You will with Ed, you take care of him if anyone should feel bad, but they don't, and that's the thing is that, there's moments, I'm not a perfect person, right? I'm not a perfect person. And I believe because of my situation with Ed, that's why he's so hyper focused on me, because he knows, right? He knows that I have taken him under my wing in my house after years of turmoil, years of anger. I believe he remembers. I believe that's why he remembers me over everybody. Over everybody. Because I made that much of a mark, right? And I'm doing what I'm doing today. Am I tired? Yeah. This morning, did I look at him and think, what am I doing? Yes. I don't want to. Truth. I'm sacrificing so much. These are thoughts that go through my head. Do I feel bad for those thoughts? No. Because they're truth. They're my truth. But I do it. And I'm happy I'm doing it. Doesn't mean I don't get frustrated. Doesn't mean he doesn't trigger me. Doesn't mean that some of the past, sometimes the way he looks at me and it triggers me back, you know, when I was a teenager or younger, that I don't want to punch him in the schnoz, right? But I'm still doing it. I'm doing it. I'm not focusing on my mistakes every day that I make because I make them. I focus on the things that I do, right? The things that I do for him. Clean him. Things are changing. I got to put my hands in areas that I don't want to put my hands, but I do it because I care for him. And when you hear him, when he comes on a live and he praises me, half the time doesn't even know who Dan is. But yet he wants to talk about me. That should be all the knowledge you need. But yeah, you know, it's a lot of work. And every day it's still a lot of work for me, right? And every day it takes a lot of work. I'm angry some days. I'm frustrated. And I don't just have Ed, I have Dan. And he's a hard puppy too. Shit. I don't feel bad. And that's why I tell you guys who, you know, have this guilt as you caregive, let it go. That's something you shouldn't even think about feeling. It's too complicated of a situation to feel guilt about an emotion that you have expressed, you know? There's too much pressure. Let the guilt go, because you're still doing it. Whether or not you're pissed off, you're taking their socks off in a heap in a hurry, irritated, you know, dressing them with a and a ha. Remember like how we used to do with our kids when they would piss us off? We're still doing it. Doesn't mean we don't love them. It just means we are tired. It's hard, Tina. And part of me, and I've told people this all the time, part of me coping with crazy in my life is talking, right? It's also, when I talk, I'm also holding myself accountable to the things that I tell you I'm striving on, right? I want to relate to you guys. And most everything we talk about, it's relatable. Whether it's perimenopause, it's the sex drive, you know, it's caregiving, it's loss, it's love, it's hurt. You're here every day because there's a sense of relatability. And you feel what I feel, you know? And coping for me is talking it through. Right? Talking it through with people, you guys. And even before you guys, I was talking it through with friends. Because that's how sometimes speaking aloud, some of us are visual learners. Some of us are, you know, we have to hear, we have to write, you know, we have to, you know, everybody has their own learning ways. And for me, when I talk about things, it also resonates and it helps me in my self-love, and it helps me make sure I'm on track and I'm being truthful to myself, and also it helps me work through the crazy, right? Works through the crazy. So I've always been that way. I've always been an open book, and my kids hate that the most about me. They hate that with a passion. I've always been that way, and they will tell you. And so it's really hard because there's so many of you that are on here every day, and I feel like you're my friends, right? I know your handle names. You've been here forever. We talk, and I think you're like one of my friends. And Dan's like, you got to know, you know, it's not just a friend behind closed doors. You know, it's social media. You got to know your boundaries, and it's hard because it's true. Sometimes I got to remember, I don't care about Dan, but like my kids, I got to learn to respect them a little bit more by maybe not, you know, always using their names with certain situations and all that stuff. But I know it's important too for you guys so you understand what I'm talking about. Hi, Pooh. So, I don't know. And I've learned most people can handle transparency. No, Brady. I mean, half of the trolls hate me because I'm too honest about life. I guess when you're so transparent transparent, it makes you more powerful than them. They feel inferior. They feel insecure, you know, because I can talk so openly and not be ashamed at what I talk to you guys about. Steph. Oh, here's another woman. You know, there's been so many wonderful people on today, Steph, and then you have to come in after however long you've been watching. Steph says, I think you are wrong, and I can't take advice from you. Advise. She wrote advise. You make your life complicated and are kind of mean. No, Steph. And how you think that you're not mean and you're wrong in this situation will never resonate in my mind. That shows me that you cannot self-reflect, because you're a bully and you're coming on and you're belittling a woman who is transparent and opens up her life for others who want to be here. But yet you find myself, the problem. Honey, I am not the problem. The problem is you. The problem is you sitting here watching and then projecting your bullshit onto others and being mean and a bully. And that's all I'm going to waste on you. Good morning, Lee. How are you? Well, yes, and I'm not a medical doctor, you know. I'm not a licensed psychologist. I just have lifelong experiences stuff. I'm not asking you to take advice, as you wrote it, from me. The people who appreciate me, Steph, take advice if they want to, or they just listen to me because they have relatability to me. That's it. You're your own person, honey. I ain't twisting your arm. And I'm not twisting your arm to be here either. So take your ugliness and leave. Find somebody that makes you happy. Because it sure as hell isn't me. Oh, we got weirdos on the Saturday. Yeah. Not weirdos in your dog kind of weirdos kind of a way, but just mean people who think that I'm the problem. They just don't understand when they come on with all their hate and their ugliness that it's them. Why can't they see that they are the issue? Self-love. Where's Brian? Is Brian still here? You gotta self-love yourself. And everybody who comes on and belittles and says stuff to other people, you don't love yourself. Because if you did, you wouldn't be ugly to others. There you have it, girl. So they've been coming and going. I've been just talking, so I haven't been paying attention much, but my friends have. But that's okay. But I'm trying to enlighten. I give the energy. I don't believe it's wasted, Liam, because I believe it's truth. My gospel, right, is enlightening people. My gospel is to let you see things from a different perspective. My gospel is to show when people are wrong. She's wrong, right? I think it's important because sometimes they get it. Sometimes there's like a misfire in their brain, which opens up the synapses and allows the words to sink in. And then they come back and they say, girl, I'm sorry, right? I'm sorry. You're right. I was angry. I was going through something. Now that's a good person. But most of these people just walk away or they keep fighting on, you know, because they think they're right. Oh, God. People still have so much to learn in their adulthood, right? And then you have the people who come on and like, you're airing dirty laundry. I don't look at the stuff I share as dirty laundry. I look at what I share as life. My life. And believe it or not, people, oh, did you squirt? People enjoy it because they relate to me, Steph, because I have real life experiences and have learned and grown from those experiences, unlike you. Did you squirt? Why are you laughing? He didn't provide the squirting mechanism last night. Jenny Tran's here, y'all, the squirter. Everybody's dying to know. Girl, yes, my laundry. I choose what I want to hang on the line, and I choose which ones I want to fold and put away. Fuck. Oh, it happened again. Why are you putting the The face in your hand? Why are you putting the face in the hand? You should be shouting from the rooftops. I squirted again. Apparently this guy, this is her second time squirting with this guy. So, like a big squirt. He's a keeper. Well, if you are like what's the geysers, you know, that spew up in the hot springs? Y'all, Jenny's got a hot spring. He has sprung her sprung. Girl, you better keep him. You better keep him. He has sprung your leak. He hit oil and it's pay dirt now. Old Faithful. Old Faithful is... Now, I would have been, to be honest, Jenny, if you had come in and said, no, it didn't happen, I would have been disappointed. So, I'm happy. I'm a happy girl. And everybody and all your friends that wait for your happiness to squirt once again are happy that you are squirting. Yes. So, congratulations to the release of the geyser. Now, did you prepare the bed this time? Did you prepare the walls? You know how we do when we tape the inner house up for painting to protect the important valuables? Did you protect the valuables this time? Because last time you have foretell Steve. Oh, shitballs. Oh, God. Jenny Tran, I cannot wait to meet you. And me and Jenny, when we're together, we are going to, I'm going to video us, because I cannot with this girl. The walls, you can't make this up. Can I see proof? Can I see the towels? I kind of want to see the towels. Oh, God. I can't. You need a ping pong? They say that. They do say that. And this was the second time in Jenny's life that it's ever happened to her. So there have been moments that, you know, I've had that I was like, what is that? Did my water break? And I wasn't pregnant. Good for her. I never really have either. Because when I've seen that shit on the corn, you know, that shoots out like a fucking Old Faithful, you know? I mean, there's no stopping it. It comes out. If there's something in it, it squirts all around it. And it hits the walls. It hits faces. It hits body parts. It's powerful. It's like a hose of a fireman. It just goes. That's urine though, baby. I gotta pee. Hold on, I'm gonna pee my pants. I've had to pee for like 30 minutes, by the way. My bladder's still holding strong until then. Hold on, that's hot. Don't make me laugh. I got all these women. Oh, it's wonderful. Shit, it's great. Or towels. Oh, shit.
She's still on. How is everybody? I'm missing the best live on TikTok. There's a good live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, too, at like between 5 and 6 o'clock. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Cindy. Kristen. Mary. Just girl talk. I know. Ooh, bacon. Let me see if you live close. I don't smell it here, but I love the smell. Who doesn't like the smell of cooking bacon? Uh-oh, here comes the bacon.
Yeah, you wouldn't even enjoy the shit we talk about. Stop acting. Just jealous.
That's for sure.
deja vu. That was weird. Yeah, I just had a deja vu. That was weird. I've been here. I've been here before.
You live in this fucking house for 17 years.
18, almost 19.
Maybe it's
No, but I had that conversation in my head, and I've just been here before. I mean, I know I've been here for 19 years. I'm making bacon.
gonna make it fun.
Especially with camping. The hell, you're squirting and camping? Y'all are crazy. Ugh. Ugh. Today you had me laughing so hard. I was on for over 5 miles. I haven't done that in a long time. Y'all had me going. I forgot. Hi, Galaxy. I see you. You're going to Apple Hill today. Ew. Do you know, why are you going on a Saturday when it's the most ridiculous time to go to Apple Hill on a Saturday? Do you know how many people are there? Do you know what you're getting into? Do you know the traffic at which you're going to be going into? And you haven't left yet, and it's almost 11 o'clock. Girl, what you talking about? So, anywho, I was 50 when it happened for the first time. See? 50? Jenny, I have them on my my shop, my TikTok shop. 50. I think it's just loss of bladder control at that point. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe go to Tahoe. Then you can gamble. Cranky by the time you get at the donuts. I'm not a camper. I can tell you something. I am just, you're 46, so there is hope. Jenny, how old are you? 51. So there's that theory. So Jenny's 51 and she has squirted twice since then. It's a medical center. Apple Hill here is where you go for apples, hence the apples, and like all the, the pumpkins and the apple fritters and the cider. It's like booming in the fall. You get your pumpkin pies, you get your pumpkin fritters, they have pumpkin dessert, they have everything. So it's like a food fest. And then the kids can go. And my mom and I used to take the kids because it was literally like 10 minutes from their house with Ed. And they would pick pumpkins out. They would ride horsies, so. Okay, well, Galaxy, you already squirt. So it's at the base of the foothills. Yeah. Crafts and cider beer. I'm not a big cider beer person, though, I have to tell you. I'm not a big cider beer person. I'd take I would take a IPA instead of a cider. But Jenny, we need to meet up, girl. When are we gonna do the the whole Sky River shit where we can gamble and hoot and holler? Well, what did Vicky Govelson, whatever her name is, say? Whoop it up, girl. We're gonna whoop it up together at the old Sky River. So let me know when I haven't been there in a while. I mean, I pop in like sometimes occasionally just to play my free play and leave. So when are we gonna whoop it up? Let's whoop it up. Let's go next week. Okay. I want to whoop. You bought stuff from Temu? Let me know how it is. Temu kind of scares me a little bit. And I was so worried about doing the TikTok shop because of the Temu products. There are Temu products out there, but everything, they have my Built bars, you guys, the bars that I love eating. So I ordered them and I got a free sample and I am using them as a sample because I eat them anyway. So now I'm gonna make a couple bucks if you guys like them. The only casino in NorCal I haven't been to. You haven't been there, Shauna? Where are you living? Oh, see, that's fun. How did your blood go the other day? Wish I could fly over to California. My brother used to live in San Diego, but he passed. Oh, San Diego's beautiful. Shauna, are you the one that's up 80? Are you here somewhere? I can't keep track of everybody that's here. The vibration plate for me, it's helped my bladder. Like when I almost pissed myself, I didn't piss myself, by the way.
Well, it's built out where the apple orchards are. So when they built it, well, and that's kind of what ours is. I eat a lot of Strossenburgers. I don't know what that is, Jordan. Dan went on it for like 2.5 seconds, and he didn't like the way his body felt jiggling, and so he got off. So yeah, I tell you, it would probably help him a little bit. So, oh, bye, lady. He's better. He's better. You got a T-shirt for your blood? So now you're back to drinking the Jack. So it's not 80 proof. Left Auburn 3 years ago. Oh, you're in Idaho. Oh, girl, what the hell? How are you gonna get here? Going to Rotten Fish. What? Yeah, I don't camp. But yes, so for this, oh, you come down. We gotta let me know. Maybe Jenny Tran and I by then will be professionals and meet up, and then you can meet us at the river. So this plate, I have it on my TikTok shop, you guys. And the best thing that has ever come of it is my bladder. My bladder has been, Jenny, I can only go on a Tuesday or a Thursday because we have lives Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, right? So does it tone? I mean, it can, but you're a cheater anyway, so shit. Just go get sucked out and tightened, you know? That's fine. It helps your core, in all honesty. It helps your core. Somebody said they cause Parkinson's. I can't. Yeah, so this, okay, so Tuesdays and Thursdays is when I can go. And I can go at any time. Like, the earlier the better for me, just because that way, if I day drink, it doesn't affect me at night. Yeah, I can't. Next thing you're going to tell me is it, makes my labia hang longer. You guys, there's scientific evidence behind the vibration plate. You can like it, you can love it, you don't have to. This thing is worth it for me. And anybody who has bladder issues, I would encourage you to try it because it has strengthened my bladder. I had to pee for 30 minutes while I was running, and normally I would start tinkling on myself. And then when I got to that point where it was there and it was ready to abort the urethra, I was still able to, and I literally was able to go without tinkling. So I'm telling you, if you are in it for the bladder, your bladder is that bad like mine was, this is it. I mean, hopefully it helps you guys. So Diane, I didn't buy it thinking that my bladder would benefit. It's just one of those things that actually benefited in the process of trying it. So I was on a vibration plate at one of my doctor's offices and I loved it. And I felt really good and energized. It helps loosen my muscles up, my circulation, all that stuff, lymphatic drainage. I really like it for the lymphatic drainage. And then out of the course of the time, one of my friends was like, holy crap, how's your bladder? And I was like, what? So it was totally unexpected. But that has been the biggest growth and the biggest benefit of this plate for me is my bladder. No more leaking. And let me tell you, I was a leaker. I probably changed my underpants 2 to 3 times a day. 2 to 3 times a day. And I'm not talking like a little tinkle. I'm talking about a big tinkle because once it starts coming out, you can't stop it, right? Oh, hi, Ross. How are you today? So, I'm just telling you what it's done to me. I can't say anybody who has the plate, speak up if it's helped with your bladder. And there's been a couple women who bought it from my shop and they say that it has helped them tremendously. Yeah. So I thought I was beyond help too. Unless your bladder is like prolapse and it's hanging out of your vagina, I think there is hope. I really do. I really do. So I think it does also help with your core. A lot of people have issues at the beginning using it because it hurts their back. Well, that's because your core is weak. And once it strengthens up your cores, do I think it helps tone a little bit? I do. A little bit. I sure do. But like I said, do I think? Yeah, I didn't take pictures or anything like that, but I know that it's helped with my bladder. 100%. So, anywho, that is what it is. So, you guys, I I got a lot to do today. Unfortunately, my husband has a lot of ads to do, which means he needs me. So a day of relaxation or napping, since I couldn't sleep last night, I guess is out of the woods for me. So Dan has, he's gotten a couple ads, like 3 ads lined up. So I got to help him film them and stuff like that. So there goes my day. Jenny, I was actually thinking maybe we'd meet up today, for fuck's sake. But that's fine. Go to Tahoe, go to Alpa Hill, do your thing, girl. It's fine. So, anyhow. So I'm gonna leave. Love you guys. Thank you for the fun. It was a hootenanny today. It was a whippersnapper. What's the whip stitch? Anybody ever heard the word whip stitch? Whip stitch. Don't be such a whip stitch. Yeah, so Diane, go to my main page, Mrs. D. Sal NorCal, the main page. And if you go and you see all my videos, right, you'll see all my videos. Right above that, you'll see like a little ticker, and it'll say subscription, something, and it says showcase. And that you could just hit that, and it'll take you right there. I'm not going to be able to nap. I don't think so. You're using it for the first time now? Shit. So anyway, you guys get the plate. For those of you, I think it's fun. You know, it's $100, right? It's $100, and TikTok Shop gives you coupons. So a lot of people get it with a coupon. It becomes like $96 or something shipped to you. And if your bladder means that much to you, let me tell you, the $96 for bladder help is worth all the money in the world. Am I right? I'm right. I know I am. So other than that, I think for anybody who's sedentary, it helps benefit you, core, get you a little bit up and moving. I just do it once a day. I do it 10 minutes. Sometimes, occasionally, if I have a really bad headache and I'm very stressed, I'll jump on it to loosen me up a little bit, but I won't stay on the whole 10 minutes. I'll stay on for like 5. So anywho, have a great day. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter, and your feelings are just that. We all are entitled to our feelings. All of our feelings are valid. And, you know, it's just important to realize that, you know, just because you don't agree with somebody else's feelings, it's okay. But you always have to have, right, a common ground. And if that common ground is similar and worthwhile, you don't leave the relationship. Remember that. Love you guys, Mary. Thanks again. And I'll see you. Am I going to go on tomorrow? I don't know. I have kind of an early day, so I'm not going to plan on it, but if I do, it'll be earlier, just in case I run out of time. So love you guys. See you later.